Do you want to know why there have been more and more mass shootings in the last 20 years? It's pretty simple, really. First, let's talk about motive. The only thing that all of these mass murderers have in common is that none of them expected to survive the shooting. These rampages are suicide by cop, but with one critical difference. As far as the world is concerned, a suicide's just a suicide, but a suicide massacre will make you famous. Oh, you get to be somebody, you'll be remembered all right. Now, forensic psychologist Park Dietz is an expert on the kind of psychopath that can do something like Las Vegas or Sutherland Springs. He was asked how to stop mass shootings on the BBC's Newswipe with Charlie Booker.
I have repeatedly told CNN and our other media, if you don't want to propagate more mass murders, don't start the story with sirens blaring. Don't have photographs of the killer. Don't make this 24/7 coverage. Do everything you can not to make the body count the lead story. Do localize this story to the affected community and make it as boring as possible in every other market.
I'm recording this one day after the event, and CNN right now is energetically breaking every single rule that Park Dietz listed as a means to stop these bloodbaths. I mean, when it's all said and done, they kind of need each other, right? The news media provides the fame, and the shooter provides the ratings. Just to be clear, I'm not blaming CNN for the shooting, but the leading expert in the field is essentially blaming CNN for the shooting. Now, I want you to watch this next man very carefully. He's killed more than 200 people, just not all at the same time. Here's Park Dietz again, talking with Mafia hitman Richard Kuklinski, also known as the Iceman.
What did you want him to think as they died?
Just see my pretty face. I take it to them. But the last thing they ever saw was me. And if they carry that glimpse to eternity, infinity, or whatever it is, they're going to be thinking of me all that time.
You saw it in the eyes, didn't you? All of these mass shooters had that dead-eyed look. Those eyes don't look human because they're not human beings, not anymore anyway. They're predators, and they don't much care about whether or not they're in a gun-free zone. They're not going to be stopped by banning pistol grips, and changing the Apple emoji from a revolver to a squirt gun doesn't seem to have much effect on them at all. They're insane, and they want to kill as many people as they can. Now, that's the cold reality. That's what we're really dealing with. And right this second, we're making more of them, right now. Second, about the police. I have the highest regard for law enforcement, but decades of police dramas have given us the idea that the police can somehow prevent a murder from happening. You know, they break down the door at the last second and shoot the gun out of the murderer's hand. But in the real world, the first thing the homicide unit does is come and take pictures of someone's dead body. And if you've not seen actual uncensored crime scene photos of actual murders, then you have no idea what a murder really is. Now, some of us think we should have at least a chance to save our own lives and those of the people we love. Other people think we have an obligation to become a chalk outline on the sidewalk in order for them to sound good at cocktail parties. In Sutherland Springs, a good man with a gun ran towards the bad man with a gun. The instant the murderer got shot at was the instant the killing stopped. You see, he hadn't finished yet. It's an old saw, but it's true. When seconds count, the police are only minutes away. A third, the idea that the easy availability of guns cause these events is just self-evidently not true, because when I was a boy, guns were everywhere. We played with cap guns and Daisy BB rifles. You could buy a gun at any department store in the country without any background checks or cooling off periods. Before Columbine, which is to say before 24-hour news coverage, guns were everywhere. But mass shootings? What's a mass shooting? Some people blame the gun because some people are psychologically unwilling or unable to defend themselves. So consciously or not, they want to make sure that everyone is unable to defend themselves as well. Which brings us to our main lesson, which is simply this. The world does not owe us a life of perfect safety, no matter how badly we want it to. These massacres will go on because these people can't stop themselves. I don't mean just the murderers. I mean the news people too.